Hey, Ralph Burns here from Dominate Web Media. This is a series of videos that we're going to be doing and on agency setup, consultancy setup for client accounts. And in the next video, we're going to be talking about how to set up a business manager account, which is sort of your second step, a very important step. But in this first video, the most important thing you actually need from a client is information on their business. So how we do this is we do this through what's known as a master onboarding questionnaire. And this is right in your resources here that you can grab. We'll have a link in the checklist so that you can grab it and use it for your own usage. Just download it and then upload it into your drive. And then what we typically will do is we'll either share this document with a client prior to any sort of onboarding call or any kind of initial contact after we've sort of signed the contract with them. This gives us all the information about their business, about their avatar, about their products, everything sort of in one master sheet, which we refer back to quite often, for various pieces of information. So this one is one that was done prior to the rest of the video series here, where we talk about a different client account, but it doesn't really matter. They all start sort of the same way here. So this is where we have it here in this agency training resources, which will be shared in the checklist itself. So let's just go through what this entails. This is another new client of ours, and one that we're not going to be talking about specifically in this video series. We might refer to it in some of the more optimization end of things at the later part of this whole video series. But what we asked from them is that we sent them the link and we asked them to fill out the form, and then they also gave us some information on their company. Any more information that they can give us in order to help them out and get the best results out of Facebook ads. So let's just go through this real quickly. Here, this is a client where there's lots of different pieces of information that they've filled out, and it's about 4 pages or so. And it's really good information for us to have. So let's look at the master one here, just in the interest of not giving away too much information about that particular client. Just goes through really sort of the basics of what it is that we're going to need in order to set them up correctly. Business name, primary contact, cell phone number, email, Skype, website, Facebook page. Sometimes there's multiple ones. And then this is a form fill text area here. So all they do is they just fill this in. So it's just sort of plug and play. Enter their primary business goals and their mission. What products or services. Really important here is if they've got multiple products in their funnel, you want to know about all of them. What their top competitors are, so that you can use this for potential targeting for Facebook. This will help with your ad copy right here. What makes your product or service unique from the competition? What marketing of your business are you currently doing? So if they do any sort of AdWord ads, or if they do display ads, you might be able to grab some ad copy from that in order to tailor it for them specifically. And this gives you an idea on their marketing end of things, how they're doing, what sort of results they're getting, what sort of results they can expect from you as an agency. And then this is an interesting one. Most people are going to say, website conversions, like leads, sales, that kind of thing. But lots of people are just into branding. So what's the primary objective of your current marketing or your advertising? Some might say, get the word out there, get more video views, get our brand recognition to support our television advertising, or whatever it happens to be. So this is a really important one. So this is going to determine which types of ads and how you're going to craft your strategy in getting their ideal customer to respond to their message on Facebook. So what kinds of or forms of marketing have they used in the past to increase their business? Giving examples here is really important, really helpful. It helps you with your approach, as well as some of your ad copy that you'll be writing for them for their ads. The primary product or service, that's probably the first thing that you're going to be going after, trying to convert for, if conversions is their goal. So you want to know how they prioritized. And then this is their landing page, just sort of finding out what kind of assets they have. If they've got already pre-existing assets like URLs and so forth for landing pages, that's great. If they don't, then you're going to have to create them and probably make that a part of your overall proposal to make sure that they come on board with you and sign on. So number one objective you'd like to accomplish after 90 days of working on this. This is a really, really important one. So this is the one that you want to keep and constantly refer back to. Say, hey, in most cases, it takes a little while for us to sort of get things going in the right direction with Facebook. It's going to be a matter of testing a lot of different things. But the 90-day part of this is important because most of our packages, when we put them together, are for 90 days, like a 90-day period where they pay over the course of 3 months, 3 separate payments, and then they determine whether or not they want to continue on with us, and they usually do. But or they might sort of scale it back into more of a consulting capacity where they do it, somebody on staff does it, and then you just help them with their ads. This is sort of a longer term objective, obviously a year in working with us. This is an important one because this is your perfect prospect. What do they look like? What do they act like? Who are they? You're going to use this for your interest targeting and get a lot of good information. So once these guys fill this in, then you want to have a call to set up and then go through that. And in this case, with this client right here, this is one that we just got today. So we're going to be going through that in a call later on this afternoon. And then this is just more avatar stuff here. Really important, if they're specific to gender or age or any of these sorts of ideal characteristics, you can see that these are all based around Facebook interests as well as demographic targeting. This is a great one right here, customer needs and wants for the lead magnet. This will give you an idea as to what keeps them up at night and how you can relate that lead magnet to, maybe their top 5 frustrations, something that you hit on to sort of immediately give them a solution to one specific problem in a very specific niche. So this has to do a lot with lead magnet here. How you're going to craft it, how you're going to put it together with them, how you're going to write it, how you're going to arrange it, and all that. This second part relates to once they're in the lead magnet or in as a lead, how are you going to convert them into a sale? So important factors that their ideal customers might choose when choosing your type of product or service. So same sort of thing here. What do they look for first? Obviously, you might want to tweak some of their products to make them a little bit more Facebook compelling. And this is a little bit more information on their customer. So this part right here is really important. We didn't have this for a while, but now we've added it in, and it's just something to always refer back to. We tend to work with people that have Infusionsoft, but it's really important to know exactly what kind of stuff you're getting into. So knowing that, and then also getting LastPass, which is something that I'll show you in just a second, to share passwords for all these sorts of things, all these like blog logins, tracking links, what kind of tracking they do. If they have an email list, these probably are a little bit out of order here, but this is more for custom audiences. You want to upload their email list. If they have an email list from Infusionsoft or from iContactAWeber, you want to get that TXT file or that CSV file and then upload it into their account immediately. Buyers list are great lists that you can create lookalike audiences from, so we always want that. Then also, if they have any sort of tracking, some people use Infusionsoft, Improvely, Google URL Builder. We use Google URL Builder with Kissmetrics. So if they enter blank here, we use our own proprietary third-party tracking to make sure that we're double checking what our Facebook stats say. This is another important one here. If they create regular content on their blog or their website, if they've got a blog, then you should be powering those blog posts to their ideal avatar using page post engagement ads. And if they don't have it, this might be an additional service that you might want to sell to them. If you've got somebody on staff who does writing or knows how to blog. Could be an additional service because it's really important in Facebook to get good content in front of your ideal avatar. And then after that, hit them with some kind of sales pitch. So finding out who manages their Facebook page is really important, because once they post something in their blog, you want to know the competency level of the person who may be posting that blog post on their Facebook page. And there's lots of different ways in which to do that. We'll get into that in later videos. But the right way in which to post on a Facebook page is, there's really only one way. And we get into that in video, I believe it's 6 or 7 or 8. So this is an important one right here for if they're selling something, hugely important. Every one of these questions is actually really important. So you might want to add to this form too, but we found that these are mostly the ones that we really want the most. Videos, testimonial videos, case studies, super important to help convert a lead into a sale. And if they have those videos, those are the types of videos that you probably want to use after you gather the lead. And then there's a little further on in their sales funnel, and then hit that avatar, hit that lead list with testimonial and case study videos in order to close the sale. Photos and images they've used in the past. This is more logistical for ad creatives, which you can then send off to and use Canva, which we show you how to use in later videos. And if they've got a webmaster, always important to find out if there's any sort of tech issues. Who is that person? What's their name? What's their email address? So you can refer back to this and then contact them specifically if you have any sort of technical issues or you need a pixel placed and you don't have an on-staff person that does that. So all these are really important. Same kind of thing here. Sometimes people have webmasters but don't have a programmer. We find, with a lot of our clients, they do have programmers or somebody who's like an Infusionsoft expert on staff. So we can always sort of email them with issues, and getting that information here is really important. Do you have a daily budget ad budget in mind for Facebook ads? Totally variable. We start everyone off with, a minimum of 10 grand per month for an ad spend, or at least, getting them to work up to that. But for your agency, for your consultancy, it's really going to depend. So this will give you an idea as to how much money you'll have to advertise for them. So this is a really good form. Feel free to take it and use it and alter it in any way. But we've gone through about 7 or 8 different revisions in this, and this is the best one in my opinion, because it just really helps us to hone in on the most important stuff and then sets you up for success. So get this done, and then your next step after you get this from your client is to then review it on an onboarding call. That's why we call it an onboarding questionnaire call here. And review it with them on an hour call, go through everything, record that call, pass it off to your team. And then you've got, an asset that you can refer back to in case you have questions on specific client issues, or if you need something in a pinch, like, the email for their webmaster, the programmer, or whatever. It's all right here, saved in Drive. So hopefully that's helpful. Definitely the most important first step that you do when you're bringing a client on board. And we'll see you in the next video.